as young people, need to protest and make sure that adults hear our voices.
When I was younger, I truly believed this world was a brilliant place, led by wise, thoughtful leaders who looked at all the evidence and made the best, most sensible decisions.
What do we want? Climate action! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate action! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate action! When do we want it? Now!
Climate change. It's a scary topic and one that's comprehensive and hard to understand. With statistics and opinion constantly being thrown around, it's not something everyone wants to pay attention to. Yet, with it being such a threat to our world, young people have been rising up from the shadows to act and to come together and make a change.
What do we want? Climate action! When do we want it?
Now!
By hosting tree plantings, skipping school to strike, and lobbying our government, these young people are the definition of activism. So we talked to a few of them to see what all the fuss was about.
I just think the environment is such a big part of who I am. Like, the environment that I've grown up in has contributed to the fact that I love animals and I love helping people and I love just being out on a walk. It makes me feel so much better, and just in the because I know that protesting is so essential to making systemic change, which is ultimately what we need to do if we want to stop this climate crisis.
And she's not the only one calling it an emergency. Just a few weeks ago, the New Zealand Youth Parliament declared their own climate emergency, as well as various city councils and community groups.
I move that this House acknowledges the need for climate action by declaring a climate emergency.
All those in favour of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Against say no. I'd say the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to.
However, the New Zealand government is still yet to declare their own climate emergency.
I feel like calling it a climate emergency would be a good thing, because having climate problems or climate change really isn't as dramatic as calling it a climate emergency. Like, you call something a state of emergency, and I feel like that's what we're in right now in terms of climate.
So this has caused young people around Christchurch to get involved in various different ways.
Yep, so I'm a part of the School Strike for Climate Regional Christchurch group, and I'm also the National Secretary of the New Zealand School Strike for Climate group. Today we've got a zero carbon submissions evening. We've got the Turanga TSB space booked out for people to come and find out how they can make a submission, get help in doing so, learn about what it means and how they can make further difference beyond doing a submission to zero carbon.
So I think to start off, it was the Sustainability Council that I got involved in, and we won Azaria Future Energy Prize, which granted us $100,000, and we implemented solar panels, a wind turbine and energy generating floor tiles into our school. And then from there I got organised and I got involved in the ECAN Youth Ropu, which is basically a group of young people who meet a couple times a month, and we get to have a say in ECAN's decision making from all the issues in terms of like water, transport, anything related to sustainability and the environment, which I think is really good to see organisations like that asking for feedback for the younger generation, because we will be the ones who have the planet in the future. And then I've also been involved more recently in Blake Inspire, which is a young environmental leaders forum. So I got to travel to the Waikato and learn about a whole bunch of different issues and how we can have a say, but also how difficult it is in terms of like Parliament and that to really change things.
Even though the bill should have higher targets, it is helping move our country forward in terms of our environment and in terms of climate action. We are causing this crisis and we have lit our own home on fire, but we also hold all of the power to put this fire out. To quote Jane Goodall, "You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. So let's reduce this impact and let's vote in favour of this bill." Thank you.
Accessing Parliament has been a historically hard thing for young people to do. However, with the 2019 Youth Parliament program, 120 youth MPs were able to lobby the government on sustainable energy. Many of these young people were involved in the School Strike for Climate movement, including the leader Sophie Hanford.
Climate justice.
But as we've seen with climate action, some of the big changes start small. A lot of young people have been embracing the narrative to think globally and act locally in terms of climate change.
But I've taken a couple initiatives up within my school, such as implementing cornstarch bin liners. Basically, they biodegrade way faster than plastic ones. Even the small changes that we can do will have an impact, and we're trying to get that into all Christchurch secondary schools by 2020.
Like when I go to like a supermarket or something, like instead of buying those 20-cent plastic bags, they have like really cheap paper bags.
Making the switch to paper bags can make a huge difference in terms of our environment, and it quite literally is a matter of life and death, says student and climate activist Lila.
The evidence is all out there, that most of us have either heard about how serious it is or had some context into it, but what we're really seeing a lack of is action and addressing the issue and proactively taking steps to ensure that we don't go extinct basically in the next, not that long away. I think it's easy for people to recognise that it's an issue but not want to do anything to change, because everyone wants sort of like a quick fix or an easy option. But what I think it's really going to take is dedication from everyone, regardless if that's just taking a bus instead of a car, or if that's really like changing your diet, doing something more extreme. I think that we all need to work together and support each other in order to kind of step up and ensure that our planet is protected for future generations.
Almost 4,000 of our native species are at risk of extinction.
Because it's such a horrific event that is happening at the moment. It is something that will impact everyone across the earth. It is already impacting people all across the globe. Like you see climate refugees already. It's really heartbreaking. We need to act on it.
I think we should save our planet because it's our only planet, and if we're doing so much harm just for monetary gain, it's kind of pointless, because once you die, you don't carry the money on with you, but the planet still lives on.
Young people still don't think they're being listened to in terms of climate change.
I feel like politicians should listen to young people, because the younger generation, like, they're the next group of people who have to look after the planet. Like, they have the responsibility of maintaining the destruction that the earlier generations have brought upon it.
Then it's really important for us young people to be stepping up and showing our leaders, people in Parliament, that type of thing, that we do care and we are willing to do things to change it, and hopefully that will kind of inspire them to take more action. I think that there is people that would say, a strike won't do anything, or what's the point in missing school, but I think how a whole bunch of young people or just anyone coming together and saying that we're not happy with something and we're going to do something ourselves to change it can have a really powerful ripple effect.
Now our planet is telling us enough is enough. We are finally waking up to the crisis with the Zero Carbon Bill and ECAN and the Christchurch City Council declaring a climate and ecological emergency.
School strike for climate, that just started out as a small thing, and now it's a whole big thing that's worldwide.
We are the ones who are going to suffer because of this, and therefore we should probably be the ones listened to.
I would say even if you only care about a certain thing, maybe you just care about the bus routes in Christchurch, or maybe you just care about clean water, any type of thing. A lot of things stem back to the environment and really centre around that, which is why it is so important to get involved. Even if you don't have all the information, you aren't super prepared, I'd say just go for it. Go on the strike, join a council, any type of thing like that, because we are showing the people higher up that we care and we are going to make a difference even if they don't.
You're all worthy of a very brighter future than what we are currently